focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, give on the inside. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The inside handoff. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback now breaking the field. Look out, he's got room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call them whatever.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for every...
Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's not afraid to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is what...
He's got it inside the 25. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered.
And into the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky!
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about and take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the house call coming on the run from the 23. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. That's caught. It's Roberts. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Gets away from one. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy is dangerous with his legs.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go with a direct snap. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Back to pass on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to escape and get it himself. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back the pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Washington right back to the line. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Huskies are marching down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He might want another play. And back to the air on second down. Fires downfield. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Got a man. It's Williams. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. They punctuate the chant with a trip to the end zone. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Washington. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket and starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play, because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Husky. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Onto the field. There's still plenty of time, and you see that 21-point deficit, and there he goes. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
part of that Midwest lifestyle. But when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs. So it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Fires to the tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Adams. Oh, he's got some space. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback will keep it. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Pressure coming. Down he goes, and that is the last thing this offense needs right now.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments.
Here we go.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay another.
Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. Washington wants to go quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. Turning it on. And he slides after picking up the 1st down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. 1st down for this offense.
Here we go. Here we go.
The give to the back. Tripped up for the tackle. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And time is running short. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Direct snap. Running to Green. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20.
Cooler.
Wants to go up top. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab, it's Williams. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football.
Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Buys a little time. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. It's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on fourth. Using his feet. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. Man, can you imagine if they hadn't picked up the first down? It would have been, what are you doing running the football?
Oh, the fans would be so irate. That's one of those, well, come on, what is that? You can't be that conservative. Oh, yeah, no. That was a great call. Good job. That was a great job. It worked perfectly.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
The Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Now on the move. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old #1.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air, it's Hawkins. A little screen to the running back. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Going right to work up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab. There he goes. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the catch down the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Adams. And they swarm him under.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
He leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
A designed run for the quarterback. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the move. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Husky. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number one beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed.
He'll take the deep shot. Snags it inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Turning it on! They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. A third down try for the offense. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
He'll pull it on the read. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. To throw, it's Hawkins. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Finds a crease at the 20. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home and come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Here's the pressure. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can.
Trying to get behind the defense. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
The Buckeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
To the air, it's Hawkins. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again.
Ready? Jackrabbit.
Quarterback keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.